It's the Orioles on Masset, and we welcome you to Birdland. And this is the final meeting of the year between the A's and the Orioles. One last time will the Orioles have a chance not to be swept in the season series by the Oakland A's. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. Only twice in the long history of the franchise of Oakland have they swept a Baltimore team. Only twice. They've got a chance to do it a third time if Oakland can win this ball game, as they have won all the games in this series so far, and handily in the ball game last night as the one-hitter was thrown, a combined five-pitcher, one-hitter against the Orioles. First time the Orioles have been held to that since they were no-hit out in Seattle. So they're trying to pick it up tonight, and an even bigger hope that Dylan Bundy, the starter, can give the Orioles some distance on the mound. That has not happened lately. Very short starts, including last night for Andrew Cashner. And finding out after the ball game, and even more about it today, that he's got a problem with the left knee that has been bothering him on and off all season, affecting his delivery and his effectiveness. And Buck Showalter talked about it today.
He's planning on getting a cortisone shot. That hasn't been finalized. But it's good news. Structurally, he's in good shape. Just got some discomfort in there that we're hoping that we can resolve in the next few days. And he can make some more starts for us before the season's over.
So Mike Bordick had another pitcher in question, as Cobb has gone out of there, obviously with a blister problem. I have no idea when he's going to pitch again or if he's going to, and now Cashner's a question.
Does Buck have to start thinking about the opener?
Can you
Maybe
pitch?
some bullpenning? They've been doing it anyway. Cobb came out in the second inning, and then, of course, Cashner last night. Unfortunate, to say the least. And Bundy is a question mark as well. Looks like he's kind of running out of steam here at the end of the season. He's been scraping and clawing, but the last 11 games he's given up 19 home runs. Home runs have been a problem spot with him all year long. Would it be wise to shut Bundy down right now? I'm not sure, but you know, they got to find an answer right here. And if Bundy keeps going on the rest of the season with these type of struggles, I don't know if that's going to be beneficial for Dylan. Yeah. So, you know, finding some positive outcomes here. If the starters need to sit, then obviously Buck Showalter's got to change his philosophy a little bit and kind of incorporate more of a bullpenning type of game. Not that he hasn't done it many times this year with some short outings, but at least admit to it and then start going from there. You never know. Some guys might step up and rise to the occasion.
Well, interesting, because maybe that's happening without being said, because Josh Rogers, shut down as a starter, has gone to the bullpen and is available tonight. David Hess, who has started games, has gone to the bullpen tonight. So maybe it is happening.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is kind of behind closed doors, just finding ways. We've seen successful teams do it. Tampa, we just got done coming from there. Now the Oakland A's have incorporated that with all of their injuries. So it does seem to be working. And, of course, the Orioles have had problems with that first inning all year long. Dylan Bundy the same way. He's given up 22 runs in the first inning and 9 home runs. So the Orioles got to find a way to overcome this first inning.
We'll see if Dylan can get by that and go a whole lot deeper into the ball game. That's the hope here tonight. When we come back, we'll wrap up the season series, the Athletics and the Orioles. brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Sunshine actually off and on today. Clouds around tonight. Take a look at our game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. 78 degrees. Again, that humidity is way up there. A little breeze that's actually blowing in from center field to start the ball game tonight. Here's the starting lineup for the A's, who are looking for their 90th win of the year. And they will have their outstanding young center fielder, Laureano, leading it off. Chapman, Lowry, Davis, Olson, Piscotty, Marcus Semien, Martini, and Flegler will be doing the catching for Piscotty. A 13-game hit streak.
And let's take a look at Dylan Bundy's pitch arsenal this season. He's got them all, but that slider has been plus all season long. Look to him to go to that today to kind of shut down this A's offense, especially in the third inning. My goodness, that's the only inning they've done the scoring here.
We're not playing the third tonight, by the way.
Oh, we're skipping
we're going
the third.
Directly from the second to the fourth.
I love it. All right, 5.58 earned run average for Bundy. It's been a tough year, to say the least, for Dylan Bundy. 274 opposing batting average, giving up the 37 long balls. He continues to run out there and give his best effort every night. Of course, he was quoted, though, saying he's got to be better at executing his pitches and throw the ball with more conviction. For him to try to turn the corner tonight, be more aggressive in the strike zone, but he's got to have the fastball command, help that slider play up.
Well, let's see if Dylan can get through that first inning that we were talking about. It is first inning in which he has surrendered 23 first inning runs. The home run ball, of course, has been an enormous problem, coming off a ball game in which he gave up 2 to Tampa Bay. He's given up as many as 4 in a game, and 5 games where he has given up 3 home runs. And we are underway, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Laureano, Ramon in center field. 3 hits in 10 at-bats. Breaking ball is going to miss inside. This Oakland team remaining big time in the race. They are virtually tied with the Yankees now for the #1 wild card spot. Few percentage points behind, but they're right there. And they are still just 3 games behind Houston, a red-hot team, for the division lead. So this season is very much in progress for this ball club.
Boy, it sure is, and they're playing like it. They're a hungry team. A lot of hot players now picked it up in the second half. A lot of the offensive players.
Towering pop-up off the handle of the bat, and it'll be handled in right. Joey Rickard coming on to get it.
And let's take a look at the Oriole defense tonight behind Bundy, Andrioli, Mullins, and Rickard. Romeo's outfield tonight. And Villar at shortstop. Valera getting the start at second base with Nunez and Mancini on the corners, and Caleb Joseph doing the catching.
For Dylan Bundy, the Orioles starter against this ball club, 1-0 lifetime, a 3.86 ERA. He's pitched in 3 games, 2 starts previously against Oakland. First time he's gone up against them this year. Here is Bundy looking at Chapman. Chapman's got a 1-for-4 lifetime off him. Chapman here has played outstanding baseball, both and he did go around on that, both in the field and at the plate. 3 for 8, 4 RBIs in this series against the Orioles.
We'll take a look here. The high fastball. Chapman checking the swing right there. Or the strike.
That ball is just going to miss outside. That's that slider movement. One of the problems for Dylan is he's got to pitch ahead of the hitters. If they lay off his off-speed stuff and he gets behind and has to throw the fastball, that's when it's left the yard. That's the one he wants to get him on, and he does.
That is a nasty slider right there. Playing it off the fastball. Now he has painted here with every fastball he's thrown. Just missed with the pitch prior, and then he plays the slider off the fastball. Chapman trying to hold up. No chance there. Recognizing the slider spin a little too late. Bundy throws it hard, and he throws it at the right height. Looks just like the heater out of the hand, and he's got that late bite on the end. Perfect pitch there. How about that? Slider numbers, 170 opponent batting average and a 50% whiff rate.
And that pitch will be taken inside. Lowry batting third, 2 down, nobody on. He's got a 3-game hit streak coming into the ball game. RBI, couple of runs, 2 hits, 6 at bats in the series. Lowry will go after it, pop it up. Shortstop may have the best angle on this. and does, and puts it away Villar. How about that? A troublesome first inning? Not in this one. 10 pitches, and Dylan Bundy retires the side in order. Clearly are going to get a win. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the O's, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide, that's transparency. Mullins, Rickard, and Villar, Mancini, Beckham, and Nunez, Andrioli, Valera, and Caleb Joseph. Trey this season, first inning, big average. And we are ready to go. Left-hander Brett Anderson off the DL starts with a strike.
Yeah, went on the DL on 28th of August, and he is back. His sinker is his big-time go-to pitch. 55% ground ball rate. Very high number.
Base hit if it stays. They're going to let it roll. It's going to stay. Single. So Mullins able to pick up the base hit on the swinging bunt down the third base line.
Absolutely, and you don't think he deserves that? My goodness, these guys have been grinding it out and finally catching a little break to start a game off. This one hugging the line, and it kicks right back at the end to stay next to the grass. Mullins picking up the knock.
That'll get him out of an 0 for 11 that he had been in coming into the ball game. Look at that. You rolled it down there, just placed it with your hand. You couldn't do it any better than that. So the Orioles get the leadoff single against him, and here's Joey Rickard. Rickard a 1 for 2 off the left-hander, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Joey has not had a hit in this series.
See the rest of the numbers here for Anderson. Had a couple stints on the disabled list. A slow start to the season, but the second half numbers, he has been a huge part of their success.
In the air to right down the line. Piscotty, a long run, and nobody's going to get there. Lowry, the second baseman, also over, but nobody had a chance to get it. Joey Rickard will come back to the plate. Orioles have lost 6 in a row. Oakland has won 6 in a row. Oakland putting up an amazing number against the East. They are 20-8 against the Eastern Division teams. That is an amazing record. Good lead at first base. Mullins leaning a little bit, and the breaking ball will be taken inside. Not a lot of innings pitched, 65 for Anderson, so base stealers only 1 attempt, and they are 0 for 1, which would indicate he's probably got a pretty good move over there to first base, because even with the limited innings, you'd expect a couple of more attempts. Rickard will foul it off.
Yeah, he's got that little hang delivery, pick that front knee up, and he never crosses his foot over the rubber. If lefty ever crosses the foot on the backside of the rubber, that is a all go. Green light all the way. Takes a little longer for pitchers to get to home, but Anderson kind of paused and freezing at the top, keeping Mullins close.
Anderson picked up in March along with Trevor Cahill when the injuries started to pile up for the pitchers. And he will make a soft toss over there. coming off the DL today for Anderson. Now 38 players are on the active roster for this team right now. 21 of them are pitchers. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Mullins drawing the attention over there. And foul back. 22 pitchers now with Anderson added. Extraordinary number. It looks like there's a tour of the ballpark going on when between innings the bullpen guys walk out to the bullpen from the dugout.
Yeah. Man, they leave a trail going out there. So many of them, a herd of pitchers.
1-2. Pretty good bat here. Joey Rickard battling the left-hander. And Rickard will slice it back into the screen.
Yeah.
Orioles have not had a lot of luck against the left-handed starters, but that kind of goes without saying when you've won only 41 games. So the Orioles 18-29 in ball games started by left-handed pitchers. So about half the wins for the Orioles have been in games with the lefties starting. 1-2, runner not going, and another swing and a foul ball. On top of that sinker, Joey Rickard just fighting them off.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the sinker probably his best pitch, but he's got a little slider, and we've seen a couple breaking balls get in there. More of a slurvy type of look, and he's looking to try to bury it in the back foot. That's one of his put away pitches, and you see him targeting down and in basically with everything.
Pitch number 8 coming. 1-2 delivery on the way, and will miss inside. So Rickard a good take, and the count goes to 2-2. Anderson does not walk many, only 12 walks in 65 innings. Not a predominant strikeout pitcher either, 34. As Mike said, it's all about the ground balls. Let the defense do the work behind you in the infield. 2-2 delivery on the way. That is the 6th foul ball of this at bat.
Wow. Yeah, great at bat going for Joey Rickard. And I know early in the AB, he looked like he was trying to target that hole over there with Mullins at first base, but now it's just a battle, and he's trying to wait out a mistake. But Anderson keeping everything down there at the bottom of the strike zone. Surprised he hasn't buried a couple down in the dirt.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Cedric Mullins with the infield hit over at first base. In the air, right center field. Laureano will haul that one in easily, and Mullins will go back to first base, and Rickard retired on a long at bat. Batting in the number 3 spot is going to be Mr. Villar.
Yeah, Jonathan Villar has done a lot of things for the Orioles since coming on board, but since August 27th, he's been one of the hottest hitters in the game. How about the highest batting averages? Alex Bregman at 400, Pham 392, Betts on the list, and there's Jonathan Villar, 358, 19 hits and 53 ABs. He's done some serious damage with the bat since coming over. 285 batting average in his games in 37 games. Got 7 bombs as well.
This will be the 9th time he's batted 3rd in the order, and he's trying to bunt for a base hit. Charging is Chapman, barehanded, throw off the mark. Nice play, Olson. Olson prevented that from going down the line, and again the Orioles are willing to test Chapman, who plays so deep at third base. If the bunt's good, you can do this.
Absolutely. Yeah, Chapman back in the middle of the dirt right there, and the great speed. We've seen him make some great plays, but he gets his feet tangled up right there, and he can't throw off the right foot, and that gives Villar that extra half step. Throws a little wide. Olson saving him from going down that right field line. But tough chance right there for Chapman, and nicely done by Villar.
So the Orioles get a scoring chance in the first inning. They did not have one in the ball game last night. They had no at bats with a runner in scoring position, while Oakland had 20. Orioles are 1 for 4 in the series coming out of game 1. 1 down, 2 on. Chopper's going to go to short, not hit hard. Marcus Semien looks and just able to get the throw over to first base. He was off balance when he decided he was not going to go to second.
Yeah. Wow. This A's defense has been very solid, and a big reason why they're in the hunt, obviously, for the number 1 spot in the wild card. But Semien getting a little caught in between right there. Thinks he's got a little more time to flip it to second base, but no sirree. Villar hustling down there and almost misses Mancini.
So 2 down and 2 in scoring position. And that'll bring up Tim Beckham. Beckham is the designated hitter in the ball game tonight. Off the left-hander, he is 1 for 3. And delivery to him will be taken for a strike. So here's a big at bat early in the ball game. especially for the Orioles, who are just trying to get something on the board, having been shut out for the 13th time on the one hitter that was thrown against them in the ball game last night. Take a little bit of that pressure off and get an early run here in this ball game. Beckham will do it. Base hit into center field. One will score behind Villar. He'll score. They get Beckham, though, trapped as he rounded first base. In a rundown, and the tag is put on from behind. So Beckham will pick up the base hit. He'll get 2 RBIs, but he will also get caught in the rundown, which is going to end the inning. And this is why you hit the cutoff man. Olsen got it, had Lowry over there to go to.
Or excuse me, live casino inside the numbers. How about coming into today head to head? The A's obviously the big advantage, and the story really the Orioles offense, lack thereof. But first inning, a great sign, 3 hits and a couple runs on the board. Well, the Orioles offense turning things around a little bit in the start of this ball game.
Talking to Beckham, the DH, who did get the RBIs, but boy, you don't want to record the out in a rundown. And it went 8-5. 8-3 rather, 4-6 on the putout in the rundown. But Beckham does indeed get credit for 2. Here's the world leader in home runs, 41 of them. Chris Davis, 110 RBIs. Only J.D. Martinez of the Red Sox is ahead of him in RBIs in the majors. And that one will be pumped down the line. We've not seen the big long ball from Davis in this series, but he has got a 6-game hit streak. 3 for 8, couple of RBIs picked up in the series, and he's been a big RBI producer against the Orioles. He's driven in 8 runs in 5 games against the Orioles. Bundy's pitch will come inside to him, and a 1-ball 2-strike count.
Yeah, he's as dangerous a hitter as there is in the game right now. 3 straight years hitting 40 home runs or more, and this year he's got more extra base hits than singles. So he's just up there to do some damage, looking to drive the ball.
Did he go new? Todd Tischner down at first base. Home plate umpires Angel Hernandez, the veteran umpire, pretty straight up with the calls. Not a big advantage in his career for either pitchers or hitters on that strike zone. Chad Whitson at second, and Bill Miller, crew chief, at third base. And again, the question, and again, the answer. 3-2.
Oh, good try right there by Dylan Bundy, starting that slider off in that outer third, just working off the edge.
Davis, obviously, big strikeouts to go along with all of those big numbers that he has put up. 3-2 delivery on the way, and he will chop on that one. And you certainly don't cut down on the count. Here's our StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Now you see definitely a pull hitter, but he really targets right center. That's his goal, to drive the ball hard to right center. But he's got such a quick bat, and he's looking to do some damage. Obviously, bulk of the hits heading towards left field.
Gets out in front of that one and will foul it off. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count from Dylan Bundy. For Dylan, the right-handers have not been the problem. Dylan Bundy this season, 227. But oh, those lefties. Down to third on the big hop. Nunez makes the throw, and Davis is retired. Well, the Chicago White Sox visit Oriole Park this weekend, and on Saturday, first 35,000 fans 15 and over receive an Orioles lightweight hoodie. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. So Davis out of there. Birdland t-shirt night here at the ballpark, as you can see.
T-shirts. How about the hats lined up right
Love
there?
those. Here's Matt Olson, their first baseman. Olson, a good series. He has delivered the long ball. Picking up the home run, 3 RBIs, a couple of hits. Shift on against him in the infield. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Olson 2 for 6 with a home run off Dylan Bundy. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. Off speed pitch. That's in there for a strike as well, and the count goes to 1-2.
That beautiful breaking ball right there. Bundy's command pretty sharp here to start this ball game.
Dylan trying to pick up a win. It has been a while. Ground ball right into the shift. Easy plate. Valera there. Olson is retired, and there are 2 down.
Take a look at Dylan Bundy's pitch type percentage this year compared to last season. Throwing more fastballs, more sliders. The changeup has been a little disappointing. It's just been a little inconsistent for Bundy. Of course, the way that slider's played up this season, it's his go-to pitch. 100 strikeouts, now 101 strikeouts on the slider, 5th most in Major League Baseball. I'll tell you what he's most disappointed about, though, that fastball and the fastball command. He has every night. He keeps trying to pinpoint that command with the heater and keep going to it, and it's just hasn't been there consistently this year.
Piscotty was looking for heater and didn't get it. He took a fastball swing and a breaking ball pitch. 13-game hit streak for him, and he's had the good series. 4 for 8 RBI. Dylan Bundy has not had a win since July 29 against Tampa Bay. Since then, he's had 5 losses and 2 no decisions in 7 starts. 0-1 pitch in the air to right field. Hit pretty well. Going back. Warning track wall. And goodbye home run. And there's the dinger again. He leads the majors in home runs surrendered. That is number 38 against Dylan Bundy, and Piscotty makes it a 2-1 ball game.
Man, Piscotty is just, I mean, he's as hot as anybody in the game. He's got a 14-game hitting streak right now, and he just isn't missing anything. Take a look at this fastball on the outer third. That isn't a terrible pitch right there. Bundy upset because it caught too much of the plate because he's been painting with everything here. But there you see it. 1 mistake on the plate, and just not enough oomph on that fastball. Staying a little flatter through the zone, and Piscotty gets him.
So a career high 14-game hit streak, his 24th home run, and a 2-1 ball game as Piscotty puts him on the board. Breaking ball will be taken down and away. Marcus Semien at the plate. Semien's had a couple of hits in 5 at-bats against Dylan Bundy. Defense pretty much straight up. And the pitch will be taken away. Dylan not only setting a mark for himself in the home run surrendered, most in his career, but he has set an Oriole record for the most home runs allowed in a season. Did he go on that one? And nope, did not.
Oh, nice try. Well, Dylan Bundy, unfortunately, on this list, the highest percentage of hits allowed that are home runs. And Dylan Bundy giving up his 38th home run in this ball game, 165 hits. Now Bundy's most in a single season, obviously, by the Orioles.
Towering fly ball to shallow center field. Second base. And that'll be hauled in. Valera had plenty of time to get under it. So Piscotty delivers the homer, and we're at a 1-run ball game. Orioles up.
First half of the season, very slow. Second half, post All-Star break, very good. And I'll tell you why. On-base percentage. They struggled the first half of the season. Their batting average was down. Their on-base percentage down. Didn't get enough guys on base when they hit home runs. A lot of solo shots. Well, we've heard for a number of years now, increase that on-base percentage. Team in the second half has. They've increased their batting average. Starting to hit more home runs with runners on base. That is huge. This year, their on-base percentage below 300, lowest in the American League.
Last in about every offensive category in the year, and obviously the worst record in baseball with 104 losses. Texas had been right along with them a lot of the ways, but Texas has won a few ball games of late. That ground ball to the hole, knocked down by Chapman, gets up, and again the strong throw, and again it's Nunez. Nunez going, I gotta stop hitting the ball to third.
Yeah, he stopped and gave a little look. Eagle eye right there. Well, Chapman took one away on a little slow roller a couple days ago on Nunez, and here diving, filling up that 5-6 hole. Ball actually kicked away from a little bit more, but nice concentration by Chapman. Up with a strong, accurate throw there. See him get his feet going. Third baseman starting low, and the closer he is, he doesn't get the feet moving quite as much. He's more of a reactionary position. Further back he goes, his feet come off the ground a little bit, and that allows him to get that great first step.
So a good defensive play for the first out of the inning on Nunez. Here's Andreoli. Andreoli's getting the start in this ball game in left field. This is the 10th start as he's had in left field. Obviously, Adam Jones is not in the lineup again tonight. Chris Davis is not in the lineup tonight. Beckham is DHing rather than playing in the field. So the continuing revolution of starting lineups and position playing continues for the Orioles here in this final month. 1-2 delivery on the way. Andreoli slices one just foul down the line. Andreoli getting a chance with the left-hander on the mound in the ball game. And worth noting, now Mullins is in the ball game. Cedric Mullins has not played against a couple of left-handers. He is in the ball game against a left-hander in this game.
Yeah.
So the Orioles are going to take a look and see what he can do against Brett Anderson. 30-year-old veteran left-hander. 1-2 delivery on the way. Breaking ball bounces. It went around. Whoa. Well, they had me on that one. I didn't think that was even close, but he did.
Well, pretty good finish on this breaking ball.
Oh, yeah.
We only saw the slider early. This one, the over the top hook. And finishes strong in the dirt. Check swing gets called.
Amazing from behind. So many times it doesn't look like a swing, and when you see that angle the corner umpires have, it is. The offering to the pitch. 2 down. In the air to right field, over to the line. Piscotty giving chase. Not able to get there. It'll bounce up into the seats off Valera's bat. Valera's had a 1 for 4 playing in a couple of games in this series. Getting a start at second base in this ball game. Had a start there at second on the 11th. And getting another start there, giving Jonathan Villar another turn at short. Breaking ball headed to the back foot, and it will miss the strike zone and the foot, and it goes to 1-1. Counting on Anderson to be back in this rotation for their stretch run. They need him. Spent some time down in Nashville recuperating, 2 injury stints this year. And the breaking ball taken down low. He's had a strain in the left forearm and a strained left shoulder. So that's required rehab time in Nashville. That's why he hasn't had a lot of starts early in the year. But boy, as Mike said, coming back from the break, 2.83 ERA since the All-Star break, and a 2-2 record. Last 7 starts. Good numbers.
Yeah, real good. You wonder, I mean, the first time he went on DL, and you mentioned he had that strange shoulder, and you wonder, had he been pitching with it? And that's maybe why the number's down so much. He couldn't command as well as he has been since after the All-Star break.
So the Orioles will get a base runner with 2 down on the first walk of the ball game. Our Maryland Lottery Home Run Riches contestant of the game is Zebediah Bregman from Forest Heights. Zebediah has already won $500 for being selected, $500 more for every Orioles home run hit during our ball game tonight. Good luck, Zebediah. As the Orioles would like to answer the home run that's already been hit on the other side. Oh, 1 count. Caleb Joseph back in. Caleb's got a 3-game hit streak coming in. 1 for 2 in the series. He's gone 5 for 15 so far in September for the Orioles. Pitch that rides in on him and will be fouled away. The right-hander's 284 off Anderson. The left-hander's only 250. He's given up 7 home runs, 6 of those hit by righties. You can see if he's effective against the right-handers. It's that cutting pitch that rides in and down. If he can get it in there far enough, like that. He did, and he gets the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Orioles up 2-1. End page. Alex Cora, the 5th manager in history to win 100 games in his first year as a manager. If the Red Sox go 10-6 the rest of the way, he will pass Ralph Houck of the 61 Yankees for the most wins by a rookie manager in MLB history. Pretty good shot. For the first time in history, Yankees are going to avoid the luxury tax. On a pace for $197 million payroll, that will be below the threshold. Yankees have paid the tax 15 straight years. Only the Nationals and the Red Sox right now are on the teams with a pace where they'll have to pay the luxury. Red Sox won't mind it. The Nationals might not be too happy about the results in the tax.
Yeah, right. That'd be some price cutting.
Yes. 0-1 count here. Martini up, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Martini's done a good job in the game he was able to play in, 2 for 4. Quickly 0-2 count. See what Bundy's doing here in this game so far. He's been able to jump ahead of the hitters. That's a great advantage for him. He can get that first strike. Now, we said we were going to try and skip the 3rd inning, but the crew chief wouldn't let us do it. Bill Miller said no dice. All the Oakland runs in the first 2 wins have been scored in the 3rd inning. They got 3 in the first game of this series, 3 runs and 3 hits. Then Bob Melvin's club got 10 runs on 10 hits in the 3rd inning last night. 2-2, delivery on the way, and that one in the air to center, driven pretty well. Way back, warning track. It'll take a bounce, and it'll be a ground rule double. Pretty good wood, and the ball carrying pretty well, I thought, on that, too. It just kept going.
It sure did. Now, Bundy has not made many mistakes here in this ball game, but this breaking ball just staying up too much, and he catches it out in front, belt high. This ball just backspinning up over, and Mullins probably a little bit surprised that this one jumped over his head. 103 miles an hour off the bat. And jumping over the fence for the ground rule double.
So a chance to tie the ball game up. Martini on 8th double of the year. This ball game, this ball club rather, has gone 10 for 27 in this series with runners in scoring position. With that amazing 7 for 20 in the ball game last night. Foul back. Quigley at the plate doing the catching. Batting in the number 9 spot. He has not had an at-bat in this series. Veteran backup catcher out of Terre Haute, Indiana. 225 lifetime hitter. Gone over the 250 mark games played in the majors. That pitch trying to catch the inside corner, and it indeed does. And again, Dylan Bundy will get ahead on the count. 0-2.
Making some good pitches right now. Painting down around the knees. Working the edges.
Leadoff batter waiting on deck. 0-2 the count. Outfield shaded to right a bit. 0-2 delivery on the way, and he'll chase one and got him on a swinging third strike.
You know it. It's the slider. His best put away pitch for sure. Man, this is just nasty. Look at this ball go down. I mean, you talk about some tilt right there. You don't see many sliders just drop like that. That's like a split finger drop on a slider. What a beautiful pitch from Bundy.
So runner at second now with 1 away. That'll bring up Laureano. Infield trying to hold that runner close. Big cut. That'll be fouled away. Flied out his first time up.
This A's team, a big reason why they've had so much success. Obviously, after the post All-Star break, their offense, and they have been mashing. First 3 innings, second with the batting average of 283, first in on-base percentage, slugging, extra base hits, runs. We already talked about Piscotty's got a 14-game hit streak right now. Chapman has been on fire since the break with 37 extra base hits. They just come ready to hit, and they know the importance of scoring first. 58-21 when they score first.
Another good pitch down and away. And again, Laureano giving chase, unable to catch up to it. And again, Dylan Bundy is able to get the count to 0-2. Laureano is hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. Their young center fielder taking over the center field job for this ball club for the foreseeable future. 0-2 pitch on the way, and he will chop that one foul. Laureano got his first career triple in the ball game last night. He has had 7 multi-hit games already this season. That may not seem like a big number, but he's only played in 34 games.
Well, he made an impact the first game. He didn't get any hits at all, but made a nice diving play that potentially saved a tying or rally for the Orioles. So flashing the leather when not getting his knocks. Last night he just came out swinging. 3 hits.
Big night in the ball game last night. He was a big part of that 10-run inning. 0-2 delivery on the way, and he will foul that one up and into the seats. 93 miles an hour. The other thing we have watched on Bundy all year is the velocity. It has not been there consistently. Not the 95 to 97 miles an hour that we've seen from him. It's been 92, 91, 92 miles an hour. 0-2 delivery again on the way, and wow, how did he hit that? It was a little late on the cut.
Yeah, I like the last 2 pitches. How about Caleb Joseph calling for the high fastball, Bundy executing after driving a couple down at the bottom of the zone. I'm telling you, even with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, you can still work the top of the zone, and if it doesn't work out and the guy fouls it off, it's a good setup pitch.
0-2 delivery, real close. Bundy thought he had it. Does not get the call on it.
Man, that was a good pitch right there. When you talk about setting up hitters, man, oh man, that was all on the dish.
So it goes to a 1-ball 2-strike count. 24-year-old out of Santo Domingo, only his 5th pro season, all of it in the lower minors. Prior to this year, he's made the big jump. He was at Corpus Christi last year for the whole season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner off second base. Orioles up by 1. And the 1-2 is going to bounce. So that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I know we've been talking up Dylan Bundy's slider, and I briefly mentioned the changeup. That was a change right there from Dylan Bundy, and for some reason, the changeup just he hasn't had the feel all season long, and we have seen him in the past win games with just the fastball changeup combination. It's been such a good change. Made a change to the grip a couple years ago, throwing the four-seam changeup to make it look like his four-seam fastball, and had some success with it, but this year it just has not shown up for him.
So as a result, the hitters have stayed off that.
Yeah.
When they recognize a changeup, they're not even thinking about swinging because it's not been thrown for a strike. So they're trying to wait for that fastball, and with the velocity down a bit,
absolutely,
then you get into trouble, and that's what's happened for Dylan so many times this year. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Laureano will step out on him. Dylan had a 10-pitch first inning, gave up the home run with 2 down to Piscotty in the second. Martini with the leadoff double out there at second base, 1 away. They hold the runner, and he gets him to go after that pitch again out of the strike zone.
Yeah, great slider. That's such a good pitch, and you're seeing some pretty good hitters take some flailing swings at him, getting them off balance. Every one of these swings, they're pulling the trigger on a fastball on that outer third, and every one of these sliders working off with some good solid tilt.
So 2 down, and Bundy trying to strand that runner. Martini at second base. Chapman 1 for 4 off Bundy coming in, struck out his first time up. Pitch will be there for a strike at the knees. He's hitting .293 with runners in scoring position for the ball club this year. He too has had a great second half and a great season on the road so far. .319 average on the road, 8th best in the American League. 0-1 delivery to him. Kept it down, and again an 0-2 count.
That is some late break right there. Now the goal for every pitcher throwing a slider is to try to get it to make its move, the tilt on that true slider, just in front of home plate. And Bundy's is as late as you're going to see in the game. I mean, it just starts dropping just in front of the plate.
0-2 pitch, and he got him. What a job by Dylan Bundy. He gave up the leadoff double and then strikes out the side. And that's the pitch that's getting it done. The University of Maryland Medical Center be a part of something greater. Orioles have the 2-1 lead. Bundy with 4 strikeouts already. Do we know that man in the blue shirt? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
The great Richie Bancels and his wife Carol.
Yep.
All right.
Former trainer here with the Orioles forever. What does he do? He gets a night off and he comes to the ballpark.
Right. That's what baseball people do, huh?
He knows he's on, so he's embarrassed now. He's looking away. Here's a little grounder that may have gone off the pitcher's glove. Handled it short. Simeon makes a nice recovery on that. Cedric Mullins is retired. Ball hit just hard enough to be played.
Mullins beating this one into the dirt, clipping off the glove there, and Simeon not in any rush. Nice job right there, kind of slowing the game down. A few years ago, Simeon would have run through that, started panicking a little bit, probably thrown that one away. You saw him break it down, getting that fundamentally sound position, record that first out.
Joey Rickard up, long at bat, first time, ended up flying out to center field. One away here in the third inning. Rickard 258 off the lefties, 229 off righties. So that'll get him a start in a ball game with a left-hander going for Oakland, trying to sweep this series. Anderson working in a hurry in the 0-2 delivery will be taken up high. The Oakland team will have an interesting trip. They got to go to Tampa Bay. How do you get there with a hurricane between here and there? Well, you fly almost to Texas. Interesting to see what time they end up getting into Tampa Bay. They've got to go all the way around that storm after the ball game tonight. Bob Melvin's ball club will have a long trip ahead of them.
Yeah.
But when you're 20-8 against the East, keep them coming. Hit deep down the line, but it will be a foul ball.
Rickard rushing the slider out of there, out of his kitchen. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good series down there for the A's. They'll be tested for sure with Tampa. Tampa going to fight their way into the postseason. Just jumped ahead of Seattle yesterday's ball game, so third behind the A's in the wild card hunt.
2-2 delivery on the way. That one in the air, left center field, hit it hard, but it's in the yard. Laureano able to go back and get that one, and long fly ball out again. Chicago White Sox coming to Oriole Park this weekend on Sunday, September 16. First 20,000 fans, 15 and over, will receive the Orioles replica BP cap presented by DAP. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. Jonathan Villar will stand in. A base hit, run scored in the first inning. Driven in by Beckham, who had the 2 RBI single, then got caught in a rundown, thrown out. Was it a fair ball? No. Angel Hernandez said that was foul.
He jumped right out there too. Got himself in position to check the line.
Tried to keep it fair.
Take a look. Oh, catcher Begley jumping out, but Angel did too. Tried to get himself in a good position to see if indeed it did stay foul.
Where's the chalk? Good effort. Angel right there saying, no, 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 no. I got it. It's foul. Villar with the 0-1. And Villar will take a pitch just a little bit outside. Villar's had a couple of hits against this ball club on the year. 1-1 delivery on the way, in the air again to center field. Ariano's having himself a busy time out there as he hauls that one in. And a very quick inning. O's up. Ball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. So who won, Arizona or Colorado? Colorado won. So a big series being played. And with Colorado winning it, they've got a 2.5 game lead now over the Dodgers pending their outcome tonight. And Arizona falls 4.5 behind in the division lead in the National League West.
Wow.
That was a big win today for the Colorado Rockies. You've got 81 wins on the season. Here is Lowry, popped out his first time up. 1-0, delivery on the way, and a ground ball to first. That's right over the bag. Fair ball. He thought it was going to go foul and waited. Not that it would have mattered, but he's out of there with Mancini fielding it. Two teams rolling along here with some pretty good pitches. The Orioles invite fans to step into the ring and enjoy WWE Birdland Mania, Oriole Park, Wednesday, September 19. Orioles hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. Special WWE ticket package includes a Birdland Mania bobblehead and game ticket. 4 tickets. Go to Orioles.com/WWE. Group picture, the bird and his family on hand here tonight. Unfortunately, no dogs. That was last night. Chris Davis.
Did you see the bird around with all those dogs?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't see him, man. I
Yeah.
think those dogs scared the bird away.
Nope.
No, he was.
This bird
in the
is not
mix.
afraid of dogs.
All right.
Yep. At least the lap dogs. Bundy, great job of getting ahead of hitters. Ground ball into the shift. The eye will make the play. And Davis is retired, so he's grounded out a couple of times, and there are 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning.
Bundy looking pretty sharp right now. First out of this inning. Lowry was a nice changeup. Here, good fastball riding up and in and beating it in the ground. But you are making a nice play. Reaching out, showing that athleticism.
2 down, nobody on. That'll bring Olsen up to the plate. Talked about the importance of Bundy getting first pitch strikes. He's 10 out of 13. He will miss with that one up high on Olsen. Olsen grounded out his first time up. Dillon so far very efficient. He's not walked anybody. 1-0 delivery on the way, and that one will be in the air to left. John Andreoli will move over, and he will put it away. Took only 6 pitches for Dylan Bundy to retire the side in order. Orioles maintain a 2-1 lead.
Against the Oakland A's. How about Cedric Mullins starting things off? This isn't going to be a hit. Oh, wait a second, it is. Challenging Chapman with a little number there, and VR does as well. This is all in the first inning. The Orioles putting some pressure on the defense, and Chapman able to make a play. Tim Beckham coming up, and he's been hot with the bat, and he drives in too, and the Orioles take an early lead. Beckham ends up getting thrown out there for the 3rd out, but the Orioles on the board first, which is a very good sign. 26 and 37. And they score first. Geico 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could say it.
Trey Mancini taking the delivery. Mancini with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. He grounded out his first time up, 1 for 7 so far in the series. Brett Anderson, 1-1 delivery to him, and that will be the called high strike. Trey has hit just .211 here in the month of September. Still a big second half of the season since the All-Star break. 1-2 pitch on the way, grounded foul outside of third. A couple of the Orioles have seen the September dip take place. After Mullins had the great start, his average has in September dropped to 108 coming into the ball game. And that's just the way it's going to be. Evening things out, finding out who you are, what they're going to do against you. It's part of the process.
Right. And some of the younger players that haven't had a taste of the major leagues, experiencing this for the first time. Of course, there's a lot of adrenaline, but playing a lot more games now.
Up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So Trey Mancini is on here in the 4th inning, and the Orioles will get the leadoff man on for the second time in the ball game.
Mancini finding the hole here, chopping it up the middle, getting that breaking ball that stays on the plate. And even though it looked like a little chop ball, it was 102 miles an hour off the bat. So a little top spin to help it shoot through there.
So he's had a couple of hits in the series now. And that will bring up Beckham, who got the 2 RBIs on a base hit. His first time up. Then got caught in the rundown, thrown out. 31 RBIs on the year for Beckham, DHing. And in the air to right field, Piscotty. And a pitch in and out. Oriole fans, the day after the O's score 5 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com with promo code Orioles5. Enjoy the quality pizza you've come to expect from your locally owned and operated Papa John's. Nunez repeating to himself, don't hit it to third, don't hit it to third, don't hit it to third. Robbed by Chapman of a base hit his first time up, as he was the other night on a roller. 1 down, and the off-speed breaking ball will be in there for a strike. Brett Anderson coming off the DL is on no limit as far as how deep he can go into the ball game or how many pitches will be thrown tonight. It's all about his effectiveness. 0-1 lifetime record against the O's. That's going to be in the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner will stop at second base, Trey Mancini. So Nunez is on, going up the middle. The Orioles first and second.
There you go. Keep it away from Chapman for sure. And he smoked that breaking ball, so a couple of breaking balls taken right back through the box. A nice sign by the Oriole offense, not trying to do too much and hook those pitches. Stay inside it, pick up some knocks.
So Andreoli will get the opportunity. John Andreoli, strikeout victim, his first time up. First and second, 1 down. Orioles well ahead of the pace offensively that they had in the ball game last night. And that'll be fouled away. 1 hit last night, 5 hits already in the ball game tonight. And a light rain beginning to fall as we had in the game last night about the same time. 0-1, 1 away. Runners off first and second base. It's that nasty pitch down and in underneath the bat, and it goes to 0-2.
Well, when he keeps it down, it's got a nice little finish, but the last couple base hits on breaking balls that had stayed up in the plate, up in middle. So he's much easier pitch, like any. If it's hanging there in the middle, finish them off. Boy, he can make some nasty ones.
0-2. That one will bounce, and the runners will move up. Ugly, not sure where it went. So coming over to get it will be Anderson himself, and that gives the Orioles a real chance. Wild pitch charged, his 3rd of the year.
Yeah, Orioles caught a couple breaks already in this ball game. Started off with Mullins hugging the line, and this is a big break right here. Yeah, wild pitch kicking off Fegley, and both runners able to advance. Now it's just up to Andreoli, get the big knock.
Not a lot of chances for John. 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. The infield's going to be drawn in. 1-2 delivery on the way, and Anderson's pitch will be taken up high. Well, the count will go to 2-2. But for last night, all of the games in this season series have been close. 1- and 2-run ball games, an extra inning ball game. That's the way the managers have played it. 2-2 delivery on the way. Fought back, trying to drive that through that drawn in infield. Bob Melvin on the left. His team headed to the postseason. Wild card or division still up for grabs at Showalter's Ball Club. Hoping to avoid many more losses. Stay away from those loss records. Ground ball, runner coming. Flegley's got to throw to the plate. Throws it away. Runner around third will stay. So Trey Mancini scores. Nunez goes to third. Anderson way off balance. Trying to get a play to the plate, couldn't do it, and another little roller for the Orioles.
You like it. Catching another break right here. Andrioli battling with 2 strikes. Getting off the knuckles right there, and Anderson with the momentum heading towards his own dugout. Can't make the accurate throw. Mancini in to score the run. There you see the chopper. Nice effort by Anderson, but as he reaches, kind of loses his balance. And there you see it. Mancini, fortunately, okay. See Fegley blocking the plate a little bit with that foot. Mancini running into it with that head first slide. I'm going to say this. I mean, the Orioles doing some good things here, but how many times now do we see runners slide head first into home and risk some injury right there? Mancini going in, and definitely a chance for an injury there. Fortunately, okay.
Anderson had his body a bit contorted on that throw, and they thought he might have maybe pulled a muscle and twisted it a bit. So he's taking some tosses here with Melvin, the trainer, out taking a look, see if he can stay in the ball game or not. He's really off balance on this play.
Yeah, there you see, kind of landing hard in that left foot, and as he's trying to regroup with everything heading towards his own dugout, trying to make that off balance throw. Now fresh off the disabled list, and he's been on a couple times this year, so definitely make sure he's okay.
There's that slide. Andrioli gets the RBI, his second in 18 games. And the Orioles have a 3-1 lead. First and third. Still only 1 away. And here is Breivik Valera. Valera drew a walk his first time up, the only one issued in the ball game so far. So the Orioles a chance to do some damage here in the 4th inning. 1 down. It's a base hit into center field. Nunez will score, stopping at second base, Andrioli. Valera gets the RBI single, and the Orioles have a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, you like it. I like to see the baton being passed. It's good ABs here, battling through. They're shooting one back through the box and pushing another run across.
So Anderson just not effective. Coming off the DL to make this appearance. He will be coming out of the ball game, and as happens so often for this Oakland team, the bullpen takes over.
shutouting the Oriole offense, knocking them out after 3 1/3, scattering the 7 hits and putting 4 runs on the board. 59 pitches thrown. He's still responsible for the runners at first and second. Jiffy Lube stores now do brake services. Stop in and let Jiffy Lube perform a free brake inspection today. Well, he's pulling Sean Kelly out of their bullpen. 2-pitch pitcher, fastball slider combination. This will be his 48th game. 249 earned run average with the 44 punch outs and 43 in the 3rd innings of work. And with that, holding opponents down to just the 179. Both lefties and righties having problems off Kelly.
So this bullpen that has been so good for them is again called on, in this case, to try and hold the score right where it is. 34-year-old veteran. Runners on at first and second base, and 1 away. Kelly's delivery, and that will miss for a ball. Caleb Joseph. Caleb, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Kelly has had a lot of appearances against the Orioles, 0 for 4 in 24 games against the Orioles with a 6.26 earned run average. 1-0 count. That'll be foul back. You saw how effective he's been since joining Oakland, allowing only 1 of 16 inherited runners to score. He's inheriting 2 here in this game. Caleb, a strikeout victim, first time up. Lowry holding the runner tight to second base. Came in with a pitch moving away, and it'll go to 1-2, only 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, Caleb, a couple good pitches to hit right there, fouling him straight back. Caleb's been seeing the ball well, with some nice swings lately. Certainly upset about those last 2.
And he'll take that one. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sean Kelly, a bullpen that has really been used a lot. And Anderson out of there. Ineffective in the return. 2-2. Caleb pops it up first base side, and that will be out of play. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. The starters for this Oakland team have gone 6-5 with an ERA over 5 in the last 20 games. And none of them have tossed more than 5 innings. That's how heavily they've relied on this bullpen. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that's another one fought off. Rode in on him off the fist.
Couple tough pitches right there that Caleb's have to foul off. A nasty slider down and away, and then that up and in fastball. So still battling tough.
Orioles trying to put up at least 1 more here with a chance to do even more damage. Only 1 down. Trey Mancini starting it out with a leadoff single has already scored. Nunez has scored. Runners off first and second, and a look back. All singles picked up here in the 4th inning so far. And second baseman Lowry moving into second base, so without a chance to get back, Kelly steps off.
Lowry must see something right there. Andreoli, a good opportunity to get himself over to third base.
2 ball, 2 strike count. 3rd look back.
Might as well go now.
Yeah, really.
Thinking about you that much.
Two delivery on the way, and Caleb gets into one to left field. Runners will tag. They're not going to go anywhere. Martini will get it in. Joseph is retired, and there are 2 down here in the 4th inning. 2 down, 2 on. And Mullins will get the opportunity at the top of the order. Now he gets to turn around from the side where he has been at his best. both in the minors and here. 260 left-handed, 174 right-handed. All three of his long balls have come from this side of the plate. Andreoli at second base. Valera's on at first. 2 outs. Infield will back up, needing only 1. Chapman will actually move in at third, recognizing the speed, already having seen the infield base hit.
We'll take a look at our PNC inside the numbers, and the O's batting left-handed this year as a team. And boy, oh boy, are they struggling. The lowest batting average at 193, lowest on base percentage, second lowest with the strikeout rate. So our plate appearances per strikeout. So definitely something they're going to be looking at this offseason. But you know, Jonathan Villar doing a nice job as a switch hitter and swinging the bat well left-handed. Of course, Mullins got off to a great start. And definitely his more dominant side, but he's found a little slump here recently. But you got to have some boppers, lefty. Chris Davis's struggles obviously bringing that down a little bit, quite a bit. He's got almost 450 ABs. So
1-1 delivery on the way and foul back. Cedric thought he had one to drive right there, couldn't get it. Orioles 3 runs in here in the a couple runs in here in the 4th inning. A couple runs in the 1st inning. That 4-1 lead. RBIs have gone to Andreoli and Valera. They are the base runners, and Kelly under the bullpen trying to shut this down. 1-2. And again, that went over by the dugout near the on deck circle. Count will stay at 1-2 on Mullins. Orioles have reached that magic number of 4. Get 4 runs in a ball game, your chances of winning are dramatically higher than if you only got 3. Mullins will pop that one up, had to pull the arms back. Chapman at third. In fair territory, and he will put it away. So the Orioles will add 2. They will leave a couple on base, but they extend their lead. Mancini helping the charge on that run scored.
Third inning, and Martini leads it off with a ground rule double, smoking a breaking ball. One hops the center field wall, but Dylan Bundy bows his neck. And he comes up with the nasty slider to get Fegley right there. How about Laureano? Yeah, he goes down as well on the slider. Are you kidding me? 3 punch outs in a row. Chapman going down for the third. Bundy able to get out of that tough third inning.
And the pitch will be taken for a strike by Piscotty. Piscotty, the home run, 2nd inning, number 24. Extended his hit streak to 14 games. Simeon and Martini do up 6, 7, 8 in the order. Shift on against him, and he'll go into the shift. Soft roller. The yard short makes the throw over, and Piscotty is retired. Bundy getting him done right here in this ball game. Orioles invite all fans ages 21 and over to enjoy an Oktoberfest celebration. It'll be the first O's-toberfest at Oriole Park on Friday, September 28. Special ticket packages include an exclusive pregame party and Oktoberfest-style beers, limited edition 22-ounce O's-toberfest ceramic beer stein, and a game ticket. For tickets, go to Orioles.com/O's-toberfest. Marcus Semien popped out his first time up. Semien has had one hit in 9 at-bats in the series, and he will foul that one away. Cubs really upset that they had to fly to Washington to play a day game today, a makeup game, in the middle of their drive for the pennant. One of their players wore his uniform on the plane and tweeted, "This is a joke." They got off the plane and they won in extra innings, then got back on the plane and flew to wherever the heck they're going next. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Ground ball down to third. That'll be a base hit rolled into foul territory off the glove of Nunez. On the way to second base will be Semien, and he will pick up the double as Villar goes over to retrieve the baseball.
2-strike swing right here, and Semien reaching out, and Nunez gets the feet going. Nice diving effort right there, but you see the glove getting caught up on the dirt. Unable to open up right there. It looked like he was all over it. Ends up kicking it down that line.
So runner at second base with 1 away. A home run and 2 doubles. Those are the three hits off Dylan Bundy. Martini had a double his first time up. And he'll lash one off the glove. That'll be a base hit. That should score a run. Semien will come around and score easily. The Orioles had moved the infield in. Nunez was in, and it just went over the top of his glove. Martini's 2 for 2 RBI, and it's a 4-2 game.
Take a look right here. Pretty good effort right there. Nice reaction, almost coming down with that, and brought in to check for that bunt right there. He shoots one right by the drawn in third baseman.
So responding here in the 5th inning, A's got a couple of hits with 1 away. Fegley, their catcher, he struck out his first time up. Runner at first base, 1 away. Oriole infield can look for a ground ball, try and get 2. Bundy will make the throw over. Martini back to the bag. You see a lot of the bullpen, Guerin. And you got a bullpen that itself has 21 pitchers available. Why not?
Those guys are probably happy to get up too.
That's right.
You know?
They got no place to sit.
Crowded in there.
And the breaking ball will catch the inside corner for a strike. 0-1, 1 down. Dylan Bundy. Home run. Piscotty second. Now here in the 5th inning. RBI and the base hit by Martini.
Look at that 14 of 18 first pitch strikes there. Beautiful job by Bundy getting ahead.
Getting ahead in the count, getting the first out in the innings. And that one will be fouled right straight back. This bullpen that the A's are relying on is second in ERA in the league. They're third in the fewest hits per 9 innings. So they really have done the number for this ball club with 89 wins. And will have to do it the rest of the way. Anderson's the only regular starter who's back. All 5 who had been in the rotation, as we've talked about, have all been injured and are out. 0-2 count, 1 down. Runner off first. Bundy with a breaking ball. That's the one he wants them to go after, and they were earlier in the ball game, but not that time.
Yeah, good try. Oh, they will again. That one more of the ball out of his hand, a little bit lower right there. If it's up maybe an inch or 2, I think he's going to get Fegley to bite on it.
Caleb Joseph looking over for the signs as far as with a runner on. 1-2. And that pitch is there. He got him. Caught the inside corner as he was leaning, and there's strikeout number 5.
Yeah, they become really aware of that slider. You mentioned nice job laying off, but he forgot about that inner third, and Bundy hits his spot, locking him up in there. Not even a bid on the fastball. Good pitch with good velocity as well.
So 2 down with a runner on at first base. And back to the top of the order. Laureano's 0 for 2. He is flied out and struck out. Center fielder will take the pitch that will be away. Well, the A's with 4 hits in the ball game. Orioles out hitting him 7-4. Martini, not a big lead over there at first base. 1-0 delivery by Bundy. A big cut. Again, well located.
Yeah, hard slider just missing with the changeup on the first pitch. Trying to get in the count, and of course Moreno thinking he's going to get ahead with that fastball, and once again swinging over the top.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Laureano waiting on it, and it'll move in. And you saw he too. His feet were moving for a pitch that would have been away. That slider's got them all thinking about that, and Caleb Joseph recognizing that, calling for those pitches inside, trying to tie him up.
Yeah.
2-1.
Caleb definitely loves working with pitchers that can command the baseball.
Then you go back outside, and now you got him really guessing.
Yeah, and Bundy doing it right now. They're having a lot of fun working together. Missing with the fastball in, opening up the outside corner. Nice slow hook dropping in there. For strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. No attempt to go at first base yet by Martini. Runner stays. Pitch will just miss. So a full count, 3-2. Mancini signaling that he'll move behind the runner at first base. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Tough at bat. All the pitches to him have been pretty good pitches. Infield hole between first and second. Runner takes off, and he gets him. 6 strikeouts for Bundy. 2 in a row here in the 5th inning. A run in, but Orioles up by 2. So the Orioles, trying to avoid being swept on the season by Oakland, have the 4-2 lead, out hitting them 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and another pitcher.
Yeah, Corey Guerin coming into the ball game 60th appearance this season. Pitched for a couple different teams. Was with Texas, was with San Francisco. The A's picked him up. See the numbers on the year. 249 overall batting average for Guerin. Had a good sinker slider combination. Lefties are going to see the sinker change up. Has given up the 7 home runs on the year.
So Guerin comes on as Kelly did his job, 2/3 of an inning. Got the 2 batters, and the 2 inherited runners were left on base. Here is Joey Rickert to lead it off for the Orioles, up by 2. Guerin will deliver the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Rickert has flied out to center field twice in the ball game. Guerin, the 0-1 veteran pitcher. He's 32 years old now. Yet another one of these pitchers acquired late when all the injuries started to occur. They went out and found Guerin was available. He'd gone 2-1, a save, 56 relief appearances with Texas and San Francisco this year. They got him on the 31st of August for a minor league right-handed pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Long hold in the air towards right center field, not deep, and that'll fall in for a base hit. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on again. This time it's Joey Rickert picking up the base hit. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Go to masson.me to enter to submit today's word of the day, ortho, for a chance to win a Buck Showalter signed jersey and bat. Brought to you by Johns Hopkins Orthopedic. When you have a setback, they set you up for a comeback. masson.me/enter. The R's already had a base hit. A little breeze blowing out to left. Light rain has stopped. Orioles get hit number 8. And Guerin got to be a patient hitter when he's on the mound. Rickert started to break, held up. He's got that little hesitation.
Well, VR this season, we talked about his bat, picked it up as of late, but all year long he's been doing damage against the American League West. 368, got the 3 bombs and 6 stakes. Looking for him to come up with a big knock here.
0-1 count. Chapman is in at third. He did square around, whether he meant it or not. We'll see. He did. Tried to drag it. Goes the other way and an easy out. Chapman moves over and puts it away, and 1 down. 1 away. Runner remains at first base. So much to see and do in the beaches and islands of Sarasota on Florida's Gulf Coast. Go beyond the stadium to the area's beaches, known to be some of the best in the world. Plan now at visitsarasota.com. Trey Mancini, base hit, run scored his last time up, and he has grounded out. Mike was talking about how Trey had that headfirst slide when he came in to score that run, his last at bat, which we, as Mike said, we continue to see, and it's a dangerous situation when you got to play at any base when you're sliding head first. And I was also thinking, had it not been for that rule change a couple of years ago where the catchers can't block the lane anymore, if you'd have had a play like that 2-3 years ago, that catcher would have been right where his head was headed.
Yeah.
Right into his shin guards.
Right, exactly.
Can't do that anymore. You got to leave a lane open, which is exactly what Fegley did, the catcher.
Well, there will be a play, and I promise you, because we haven't heard a lot about any plays at home, right? I mean, when they first came out with that rule, there were some controversial calls in there. An extended lead by Rickert. But there's going to be a time when a catcher, they're allowed to block the plate when they have the baseball.
Yes.
So a catcher's going to slide in there, and either somebody's going to do the head first slide and pay for it, or the catcher's going to get run over, and then we're going to have the talk again. You know.
Yep. I'm surprised that we haven't had more of those already.
Yeah.
With the catchers cheating a little bit.
Well, they're cheating. They are definitely starting to cheat.
As the ball's coming into the glove. And that pitch, that will miss as well. Good eye and gets ahead on the count here, 2-0. Trey Mancini, 2 for 8 in this series. Mancini has picked up 3 hits and 18 at bats on the year against Oakland. The Orioles came in. They have scored only 7 runs in the first 5 games against the A's this year. They've already got 4 in this one. 2-0 count. Guerin's delivery, a sweeping pitch that moves in there for a strike.
Pretty good little slider right there. Tricky delivery. Got that long hold. So he's kind of lulling you to sleep a little bit. And then a quick toe tap and off it comes. A little short arm from 3/4 slot. Getting on the hitters pretty quick.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Ricketts faked the go a couple of times at first base. Trying to get a read. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to go all the way to the backstop. Won't have to worry about it. So the Orioles will get that runner down. Take away the opportunity for the double play. Second wild pitch thrown by an Oakland pitcher in the game.
I think some concern about Rickert over there. So a little too quick with the slider. Ball right out of the hand. Fegley can't flag down.
So the Orioles get a chance again. We're going to see more of this bullpen, maybe sooner than they would like to go there. 3 ball, 1 strike count. See if he pitches around Mancini or not. First base open now and 1 away. And the pitch will be down low for a ball. Second walk the Orioles picked up in the ball game, and it'll put runners on at first and second. Does set up a possible ground ball double play with Beckham coming up.
Nice AB right there by Mancini.
Beckham got the 2 RBIs. First inning on a base hit. Orioles put a lot of people on base here in this ball game, especially compared to the first 2. And another chance for Beckham in the DH role. 1 for 2 in the game. Infield will set itself at double play depth, but even in this situation, Chapman continues to play a very deep third base.
It's impressive, the depth there.
Orioles 3 for 6, runners in scoring position tonight. Good secondary lead at second base. High strike at 84 on that one. And Beckham 0-1. Oakland has swept the series in a season against the Orioles only twice. They did it in 2008 when they won all 5. They did it in 2004 when they won all 7. The Orioles are trying to avoid having that happen again, since the first 5 have gone to the A's. 0-1, runners off first and second base. Again, that long hold, and then that little slide step hesitation to the plate. Pretty funky to watch him getting ready to throw.
Sure is.
Kieckeffer and Dull. We've seen Dull already. Kieckeffer we have not seen in this series. Oh, 2's the count. Corey Guerin on the mound in relief. 0-2. Oriole runners off first and second, and again just too long for Beckham to stand in, so he gets a timeout. If Guerin pitches for very long in this ball game, Tampa Bay may not see this team arrive there till game time.
Yeah, one of the slower deliveries for sure.
He is. Now he speeds it up. Chapman 1-2. Rickert could not get back to the bag. So the fact he plays so deep at third allows him to catch the line drive and record the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Orioles up by a couple. Major League history. How about 1949? What a big day for the world. Former Orioles catcher Rick Dempsey, working with us, of course, here, is born in Fayetteville, Tennessee. In '69, the O's clinched the American League East to win over the Indians. '71, Frank Robinson homered both games, doubleheader. 500 club was reached. Time, he was just the 11th to have reached that mark of 500 home runs. But most importantly, 1949, and there he is.
Yeah, Rick Dempsey and Al Bumbry up there celebrating the birthday.
You can't accuse me of putting his age up there. I only put the date he was born. People had to figure that out by themselves. Congratulations, Rick. Happy birthday. 1 ball, 1 strike count. We'll see if we can get him some food over there at that restaurant in the warehouse.
Right.
At Dempsey Place. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Chapman has struck out twice in the ball game. Dylan Bundy, 2-1 delivery. Dylan working here in the 6th inning. Now Bundy has not worked 6 innings since August 4. He went 6 innings in a loss at Texas, giving up only 2 runs, 1 earned on 7 hits. This one he's got a chance to be a winner, and he's got his 7th strikeout.
Boy, and Chapman picking up his 3rd of the ball game, and all 3 on these sliders right here. A nasty pitch, just can't get to it. Not as sharp as they were early in the ball game. With enough movement. Fooled Chapman 3 times.
That will bring Lowry to the plate. No walks and 7 strikeouts for Dylan Bundy. And the pitch will be taken up high for a ball. Lowry has popped out, grounded out. Piscotty's home run in the 2nd inning and the RBI single by Martini in the 5th are the 2 runs the A's have up on the board. Pitch will be taken up high, and Bundy, for one of the few times in the ball game, falls behind here 2-0. He's been ahead of almost every hitter in the lineup. Lowry 9th in RBIs in the league, and a swing and a miss. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Wanted to drive it, looked for heat. Not what he got.
A little 2-0 changeup. See Dahl warming up down there in A's bullpen. Take a look at this last pitch. We talked about Bundy's changeup not being there all year. 2-0 count. Lowry gearing up for the fastball.
Shattered the bat. Line drive, second base. Hauled in by Valera. And there are 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. Our PNC Minor League Insights brought to you by PNC. No better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day.
Well, some good stuff right here. Giancarlos Encarnacion. He's only 20 years old, and he was selected to play in Dominican Winter League. Drafted in the 3rd round by Licey. A great opportunity for that young man, and he had himself a strong season in Delmarva. 273 with 46 extra base hits. Good stuff.
Yep, congratulations, young player. Chris Davis with a K. He has grounded out twice. Nobody on, 2 down. 6-game hit streak for him. Career high with 110 RBIs. He's had over 100 RBIs 3 straight years. And during this hit streak, he has gone 8 for 25. 0-1 delivery on the way to him. He'll take a fastball in there for a strike up at the letters. Davis quickly behind. Apparently everybody in the bullpen is going to warm up tonight. May not see them as Petit gets ready to go.
So many, they can't get their work in throughout the day, so they got to do it during the game.
There aren't enough mounds. 0-2 delivery by Bundy. That'll be a base hit into left field. Davis will make a big turn, and Drioli will get it back in. So a 2-out single. Problem, of course, is that brings a potential tying run to the plate in this ball game, with 2 down in the 6th, and Olson, who has had a home run in the series, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Orioles will put a modified shift on for the moment anyway. VR is trying to figure out where he's supposed to go at short. See him moving around out there. He'll go over and it'll be a full shift. Bundy's delivery on the way. Check swing where nobody was. Wee Willie Keeler would be proud. He hit them where they ain't. So now it's Oakland's turn to get some of these dribblers down the third base line apparently, and they get 2-1.
Man. Oh, check swing right here. Didn't even mean to do it, but blocks it over there. And of course everybody shifting.
So 2 on, 2 down. Caleb will go out to make short. And what they want to do here with Piscotty, who's already had a home run tonight, coming to the plate. Oakland's gone 1 for 4 in these situations tonight. Oriole pitching coach Roger McDowell letting them have their chat, and it gives Dylan a break, obviously.
Oh, definitely, and you know, Dylan making some good pitches here.
Yep.
That ball that Davis hit, nasty little slider. He went down and got himself some. Tip your cap to that one. A little block single. So Bundy just got to keep executing.
No, Piscotty will take the pitch. It'll be down low for a ball. And a 1-0 count. Scotty with the 24 home runs on the year, 14-game hit streak. Career high for him in that regard. 1-0 delivery. Makes the big cut, fouls it back out of play. Bundy will get it evened up at 1-1. Orioles first inning picked up that lead. They've not surrendered it here in this game. And trying not to do so now. One delivery. That's there. Really well located, and a 1-ball 2-strike count of Piscotty. Bundy with 7 strikeouts so far in the ball game, including 1 in this inning. He'd love to get another one right here. Runners off first and second base. 1-2 delivery on the way. He does, and he got it with that slider. 8 strikeouts in the game. No runs, 2 hits, 2 are left on. Good job by Bundy. Our Ram Doo-Ups brought to you by Ram Trucks. Experience the power toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts Glory Ram. Name brand products you love at amazingly low prices. Who but WB Mason, the official office product supplier of the Baltimore Orioles. And by visitannapolis.org. Create your moment at visitannapolis.org. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you, and the Orioles have a 4-2 lead. Bullpen game again for this Oakland team.
Yeah, every inning it seems. Ryan Dahl went in the ball game. Saw him last night's ball game. Threw pretty well. 506 earned run average, and this now is 24th appearance of the season. Pretty quick little arm. Not an overpowering fastball. A nice little fastball slider combination.
And the pitch will be in there for a strike as the Orioles bat. Renato Nunez. Base hit, run scored, 4th inning. Andreoli got the RBI. Valera, the other one in that inning. And the Orioles got 2 runs on 4 hits in the 4th. Miguel Castro in the bullpen. Orioles continue on in this long homestand with the Chicago White Sox coming in tomorrow night. Luis Ortiz scheduled to make the start against James Shields in game 1 of the 3-game weekend set. Then Toronto will be in next week for another 3-game series.
Yeah, should be pretty interesting. Of course, the White Sox.
Ortiz right there to get the start.
The White Sox in a rebuild. Blue Jays in a rebuild.
Popped up third base. Chapman is there, and he will put it away for the out. Well, an annual fan favorites return. The 2019 Orioles Pet Calendar, presented by Pet ER, is now on sale at Orioles.com/pet calendar. Proceeds benefit Barks, the Baltimore Animal Rescue and Care Shelter. Each year, this calendar sells out, so grab your copy now at Orioles.com/pet calendar. Glad I read that copy. I made a promise to my daughter here, and I haven't fulfilled it. So between innings, do you have a picture of your dog? She's really upset I didn't put the dog on the air last night. So she sent me a picture.
Oh.
So I'm going to send it to Dawn.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if we can get it on the air. Popped up first base in foul territory. Andreoli is retired. 2 down, nobody on. It was Bark night at the park last night. Valera with an RBI single, and he has drawn a walk in the ball game. 2 down, nobody on. Chapman in at third base now. Valera's shown the ability to lay down a bunt. Tried to drag one. Didn't get it down. This time he's got lots of room if he wanted to with 2 down to go that first base way. Pitch will be taken outside, 1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a young hitter, without the power and job really to get on base, you got to look for those certain opportunities. And there is a big opportunity there with Olsen and Lowry so deep.
He won't worry about it here. He punches one into right center field. Hustles down, makes the turn, going to try for 2. Not a good idea. You know, the Orioles are insisting on trying to run themselves out of this ball game. The play made by Laureano, they may challenge this. We'll wait and see whether that tag was actually put on before he got to the bag. Sure looks like it was.
I think he got him there.
Yep.
An unorthodox slide.
Yep. And they're not going to challenge. So the out recorded at second, and then despite a single, only 3 up here in the 6th inning.
he had. We talked about the slider being his plus pitch, and he went to it tonight for the punch-out pitch. Every one of his 8 punch-outs on this power slider down and away. You couple that with fastball command, Dylan Bundy had it, and an exceptional start. He needed that one. The Orioles needed that one. Beautiful outing for Dylan Bundy. In the 6 strong innings, scattering the 6 hits, couple runs crossed, but 8 punch-outs, no walks. He had 5 walks in his last start, so nice adjustment by Dylan Bundy. Miguel Castro now into the ball game, 59th appearance out of the pen with a 408 earned run average, slinging it from the side, power fastball slider combination, holding opponents down to that 236 average.
And the pitch will be taken on the outside corner for a strike. Marcus Semien. Semien, a double he scored in the 5th inning. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He has gone 2 for 10 in this series. 0-1 delivery on the way, and a breaking ball will be taken inside. Peterson, Jace Peterson, has come on to play at third base. Nunez out of the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike count. That'll be first base side, and it will be over the dugout and out of play.
Man, that fastball just taken off in on the hands. Semien pulling the trigger, but had to make an adjustment before it busted up his knuckles there.
Marcus Semien, bottom third of the order, due up here in the 7th inning. Castro with the D straight up behind him. Semien will take the slider away. Well, the saga of David Wright and the New York Mets appears to be over, and we extend best wishes to David. He announced today he's going to retire. Said the injury is just too much for me, and I can't come back and play. So he's going to play 1 more game, the next to the last game the Mets have. 2-2 delivery on the way. And one will always wonder, as happens in all sports, what might have been had he been healthy.
Right. Well,
because he had a great career anyway, but
absolutely
cut short.
Face of the franchise, definitely cut way too short. Unfortunate.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Delivery reached for center field. Mullins will move in underneath it and put it away. And the first out recorded here in the 7th inning. Well, enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets, enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Martini coming up. Double single RBI. 2 games played. He's had 4 hits and 6 at bats. And he will take the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Crystal Lake, Illinois native. He is 28 years old. Owns an NCAA record set at Kansas State University. Reached base in 93 straight games. Pitch will be taken away. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Matt Joyce to pinch hit on deck. A lot of people don't play that many games.
No.
Much less get on base 93 in a row.
No kidding.
1 ball, 1 strike count. And he'll foul that one back into the screen.
Nice little change up right there. We'll flip that change up into the left-handed hitters. 88 miles an hour. But seems like a little firm, but still about 9-10 miles an hour off his fastball. That's the type of differential you want.
Castro ahead of him here, 1-2. Ground ball to the hole, just off the glove of Trey Mancini. So it'll be a base hit. Played back in by Joey Rickard, and a 3-for-3 ball game for Martini.
Slider working in on the hands, and Martini opens up that hip, gets the barrel to it. It looked like Mancini was all over that baseball, just sneaking under the diving effort there.
So again, the potential tying run will come to the plate. This time it is Matt Joyce. Joyce hitting in the number 9 spot for Fegley, the catcher. Known to the Orioles through his days at Tampa Bay. That will take the pitch outside for a ball. So Oakland continues to keep the pressure on here, trying to get back into this ball game. Joyce came off the 10-day DL September 1, working as a pinch hitter off the bench. And that chopper is going to go to second base. They'll get one. They got to put a tag on. Nice play. Trey Mancini with the throw, and they turn the double play the hard way. Valera did not chase the runner right here. That gave him time to get the out there, and then the tag put on at second base. Stretch time at the ballpark. Against the White Sox, James Shields is on the mound against Luis Ortiz. Coverage on Masson, 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Southwest. Game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Masson. Ready to go with Petit coming out of the bullpen. And hit hard and caught by Chapman. Caleb Joseph, a line drive, but again playing deep makes all the difference.
Man, is he taking some hits away? Let's take a look. Wayne Kirby, first base coach. Nice little discussion with Valera. He got thrown out at second base, saying, hey, you can round hard. Take a look if he contains the baseball, and then just get back to first base. A little over aggressive right there, and running the Orioles out of a potentially big inning. You never know.
One down. Here is Cedric Mullins, leadoff batter. And Petit's pitch will be in there for a strike. Base hit, run scored. He has popped out, grounded out. Orioles RBIs, 2 to Beckham in the first inning. Andrioli and Valera, 1 each in the fourth. Orioles have out hit Oakland 8-7. The A's each inning have threatened to get this thing tied up.
You see Petit's numbers right here. Been a lot of ball games. This will be a 68, 3.14 earned run average, and really nothing overpowering. He just loves over aggressive hitters.
That'll be popped up third base side. Right on the dugout rail. It'll hit up on the screen.
See the rest of the numbers here, holding opponents down to that 222 batting average. Righties up to 254. Lefties having a hard time against them, though.
Petit, veteran pitcher, one of the many they have stocked in this bullpen. A lot of postseason experience along the way for Yusmeiro Petit. 0-2 count. And that pitch is right there and got him.
A little backdoor cutter right here. freezing. Mullins kind of giving up on this one, and it works its way over and catching that corner. Take a look at the Mercedes pitch cast right here. Does it catch the box? Yes, it does. Tough spot to get to. Got to protect with 2.
So Petit able to get the strikeout, and he's got 2 quick outs recorded. And here's Joey Rickard. Rickard with a base hit last time up. He's gone 1 for 3 in the ball game, 1 for 7 in the series. Left-hander Paul Fry in the bullpen for the Orioles, as Oakland will have the top of the order coming up in the 8th inning. Works to the inside corner and missed it, and a 1-ball-1-strike count. So Dahl worked an inning, gave up 1 hit. Guerin worked an inning, gave up 1 hit. Kelly worked an inning, 2/3 of an inning, gave up nothing. Bullpen has not surrendered a run and only 2 hits, while the starter, coming off the DL, Brett Anderson, charged with 4 runs, 7 hits, and 3 1/3. Orioles Dylan Bundy, 2 runs, 6 hits over 6. Chance to be a winner. 1 ball, 2-strike delivery on the way, up and foul back.
Got away with one right there. Elbow dropped and it stayed up in the zone, and Rickard came unglued on that mistake. And right there, you see the veteran Cobb having a nice discussion with Saturday's starter. When's he starting tomorrow? Starting tomorrow's game,
yep.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
1 ball, 2-strike count with 2 away. And we'll wait. He wanted to get the sign again, so Petit backed off. Veteran has been with the San Francisco Giants, Washington, the Angels, Florida, Arizona. Petit's been around. Ground ball to the middle. Marcus Semien not going to get him. He knew he had to hustle that over there because Rickard was hustling down the line. Threw it low, and it'll be an infield hit.
Well, Joey Rickard getting a little extra. You see that slider out there, so he goes reaching, so he has a little advantage getting out of the box, coupled with his speed, able to hustle that one out.
Looked like Semien intended to bounce that. Do you think so? He kind of threw it into the ground.
Yeah, kind of did. I think a lot of times if an infielder's heading up the middle with all that momentum going, at times you can lose that ball arm side. So just to make sure you fire low, and you got that target over there. Olsen pretty good at digging balls out of the dirt.
So the Orioles pick up hit number 10. And Petit will make the throw over to get him back. 2 down, 1 on. VR at the plate, base hit, run scored. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Petit worked in the San Francisco Giant World Series against Kansas City 2014. A couple of games. Picked up a win in one of those. Pitch will be taken inside. And in those Giant years when they were running every year for the playoffs or in the playoffs, he was a big part of finishing up ball games.
Yeah, well, had another solid year last year with the Angels. So Oakland A's signed him up for a couple years.
Yep. 1-0 count. He's 33 years old. Petit's delivery on the way. That'll strain your back.
A change up right there. VR coming unglued.
VR with a big cut. Evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Orioles have left only 3 on base in the ball game, and only 1 of those in scoring position. Runner goes. Pitch out. They had a call, but they do get him. Good throw made as Taylor just came on. Bo Taylor to do the catching. We'll take him out at second base. The Orioles will take a look at this on the video. Actually, in this situation, may not be much to lose. And Buck Showalter waiting for the decision by his video people as to whether or not this deserves a challenge. It's very close.
Yeah, it is.
Still waiting. Nope. Not going to do it. So the Orioles have had 3 runners taken out on the bases in this ball game. They're up by 2. supporting the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Light the Night Walk. 378 walks, $18,900. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Remains a 4-2 ball game as we go to the 8th inning. Faced only 3, Castro did, coming on in relief in the 7th. Top of the order here, Laureano 0 for 3 in the ball game, 3 for 13 in the series. And he will foul that one off. Chapman and then Lowry will be due up for Oakland. Again, Oakland making that chase, trying to chase down Houston. 3 games behind him coming into today's play. I believe Houston is off today, are they not? Check. I don't think they're playing. 1-1 delivery on the way, and the pitch will be taken down low. They've all but caught the Yankees percentage points behind for the #1 wild card spot. They're going to be the wild card team. They're like 8.5 games up on the next club, so they'll have one of those spots. It's just who's going to get home field advantage. 2 ball 1 strike delivery and a ground ball towards the middle, and that's a base hit. So Laureano's on with a leadoff single, and again for the 3rd time in the last 3 innings, they get a potential tying run to the plate.
Well, taking it right back through the middle. Take a look at the jump by VR, and he almost comes down with this one. Would have been a tough play, but probably fun to see. He could have thrown Laureano out. Good speed hustling down that line.
Chapman will be happy that Bundy's out, facing a golden sombrero. 3 strikeouts in the ball game, all swinging on hard sliders by Bundy. 3 of the 8 Dillon picked up in the game. And the strike is on the outside corner. Both the Yankees and Houston are off today. So whatever happens in the standings, it'll be a half a game regarding Oakland, Houston, and the Yankees. 0-1 count. Chapman takes the pitch. Another one right there at the knees. Castro coming right at him. Pagan and Familia up in the bullpen. Familia has been in this series. Oh, to the count. Not a big lead at first. The Orioles obviously hoping for that ground ball. It'll be a base hit to right. That's where they weren't. He'll make the turn at second base. Stay. Thrown in behind the runner. Good work by Joey Rickert. And the first 2 are on here in the 8th inning as Chapman picks up the base hit. And that will be it for Castro. So Castro will work an inning plus, surrenders the 3 hits, and will be responsible for the 2 Oakland A's on. And the Orioles will go to the bullpen. Nobody out here in the 8th inning.
Earned run average Fry's already pitched in this series. Pitched last night in an inning with a couple punch outs. The opponent's that 274 batting averages. A little switch here with the lefties getting him over 300, but controlling the righties. Got a power slider, good fastball, and this the most impressive number right here. 92% of the runners he's left stranded on the base. Of course, a couple on right now, and that is huge. Quite a sample size as well. 22 of 24 stuck.
Boy, with the need for a left-hander for the Orioles out of the bullpen, he certainly is making a bid, is he not?
He sure is. Very trustworthy.
So Jed Lowry stands in. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Guarding the line, Jace Peterson at third and off the cut of the grass at third. Not showing a bunt. The pitch will be taken inside. Lowry, the number 3 hitter, with the home run leader Davis waiting on deck. Lowry is 0 for 3 in the ball game, 2 for 9 in the series. He is a switch hitter, 261 right, 281 left. He's only had 3 home runs from this side of the plate, 18 from the other. 1-0 delivery is there for a strike.
Nice quick fastball, a little short arm. Hides it behind his head, and that 91 gets on the hitters pretty quick.
Michael Givens in the bullpen. Fry, good secondary lead. And the delivery, a breaking ball is going to be taken inside. And the count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, these are the kind of situations where you really do want to see. I mean, you don't want them to happen in a game, but if they got to happen, here's a chance for Fry to show what he's got.
Absolutely. Good ball game right here. Oakland heading to the postseason. So
Check, swing, strike.
Good pitch right there. The Orioles have to put themselves in that kind of frame of mind. They're playing against a postseason team. You got to execute to beat these type of teams, and Orioles playing some good ball tonight. Some timely hitting, get some good pitches, solid defense, base running, a little suspect. A few guys thrown out on the base pass for the O's, but got the lead right now, and Fry tested.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Larry will take it, and he's gone. At the knees. Those have been strikes all night long. He didn't like it, turns back, but he's gone.
He can't believe he called that a strike. That looked like a pretty darn good pitch. Let's take a look on the pitch cast. It's like all in the box. Great pitcher's pitch, down and away, filling the box up. And Caleb catching it clean.
So Fry with some great location. They were just wanting that hit. 1 down, 2 on. Boy, here's one. Here's your situation in a ball game. Davis, major league leader in home runs. 2 on and 1 away, and the pitch will be taken inside for a ball. Well, I guess if Fry's going to be tested, here it is.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Got to execute the pitches just like he did there with Lowry.
Yep. Here's the 1-0 delivery on the way, and a breaking ball, and he popped him up. Pitch rode in. Will there be a play? No, just made it back to the seats. Caleb back just in case. Davis has had his struggles against left-handers, only 221 off lefties. And he is 40 points higher against right-handers. Now the home runs have been divided up. 31 against right-handers and only 10 against lefties. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on. Orioles up by 2. Top half of the 8th inning. Paul Fry trying to shut it down. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that breaking ball will cut inside. 2-1 on Davis.
Pretty good pitch right there. Gonna miss in. Better get it off the plate in.
Mariano off second base. Chapman is off first. Davis takes it. That set him up with that inside pitch before that, then tried to get that strike on the outside corner. It goes 3-1. A pacing skipper. Here's the 3-1 delivery on the way, and walked him, and they're loaded. which may not be the worst thing in the world. That is the first walk surrendered by the Oriole pitchers, 3 of them tonight.
Well, he was definitely being careful right there with Davis. Borderline pitch is kind of working the perimeter right there. With the lefty Olson coming up.
So Matt Olson, their first baseman, a base hit, 1 for 3. He's gone 3 for 12 with the bases loaded this year. Does not have a grand slam. He's got them loaded here in the 8th with 1 out. He'll take the pitch, and it will miss up high for a ball. For Olson this year, 243 off lefties, 240 off righties. He too, however, has not had the home run ball against left-handers. Only 4 home runs against left-handers. 1-0 delivery. Olson will take that one inside. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
2-0.
Get back on that dish.
Matt Olson, 2-0. Infield, double play depth with 1 out. He had a green light. He pops it back and out of play. And the count goes to 2-1. Looking for a fastball to drive, knowing Fry had to throw a strike.
Yeah, kind of that rise ball a little bit. Got underneath the fastball and drove it up to the top of the zone.
Olson with a home run, 3 RBIs in this 3-game set.
You see the green line out there. That's the go for the sac fly. Doesn't have to get very deep. Good speed at third base.
3-1. Piscotty with a 14-game hit streak and a home run tonight is on deck. Here's a big pitch. 3-1 delivery on the way, and he walked. No, got the strike, and he can't believe it. Olson was headed to first base.
Well, we've seen a couple high strikes called that have actually stayed in the box. Take a look at this one, catching the corner up there. It doesn't look great, but
strike if you're willing to call it.
That's right.
And Angel Hernandez generally does. Bob Melvin didn't think so. 3-2 delivery, foul back again. Came in at 83 miles an hour.
Yeah, a little slider right there, and Olson got a good look at that one.
Oakland with just a 1 for 6 in these situations tonight. These games matter. You see the pressure of the chase for the postseason. 2 who agree. They don't like the calls.
Nope.
As they shouldn't, even though Angel Hernandez was right on both of them by what we saw.
Right.
I mean, they're trying to win a ball game.
Absolutely. There's some intensity right there.
Yep.
Yeah, you get in the heat of the battle, and you're fighting against it in the postseason. Every pitch matters. It really does, and you care about it.
3-2, and he walked in this time. A bases loaded RBI. Consecutive walks in the inning. Laureano will score, making it a 1-run ball game, and the bases are going to remain loaded. Givens is ready in the bullpen with the sacks full and 1 down. He will face Piscotty.
down right here. 4.50 earned run average for Givens on the year. A little bit off, say the least, for Givens. Even hit around lefties up to 271. He's looking to get in the strike zone and shut this offense down right now. One pitch, get him out of this inning.
Bases loaded, one down. And Piscotty's had a career with the bases loaded. 424. He's 14 for 33 with 2 career grand slams. Piscotty will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He got his 24th home run in the 2nd inning off Dylan Bundy. Has since grounded out, struck out. Chapman is the lead runner at 3rd. Davis on at 2nd. Olson on at 1st. A 1 delivery by Givens will be inside. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Oakland making a run at it. Fry responsible for the runners at 1st and 2nd. Castro still responsible for Chapman at 3rd. And a wild cut and a good pitch down and away. Dropped down and swung that thing to the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, nice pitch right there from Givens. Hard sweeping slider. I'll tell you what, Givens gets a lot of respect for that fastball. So a lot of hitters turning it up, and he guessed wrong right there.
Oakland's not had a hit off him in 3 innings work this year. Foul back off the mask.
Risky pitch. Up and out over. Scotty, a healthy cut right there, and Caleb taking the brunt of that one on the foul ball right between the eyes.
Plate umpire Angel Hernandez gives Joseph a moment. Givens with a 1-2. Defense, double play depth infield. Fouls it off, a protect me swing, and just able to get the bat on it.
All right. Well, that's the adjustment you make. You get in these kind of situations and you do whatever you can. You start to commit on a tough pitch like that, the hard slider down and away. You got to stay on it as long as possible. Forget hitting the home run. Now it's all about staying alive. Piscotty does right there to see another pitch.
And foul back again. He's had a career high 18 grounded into double plays, which is what the Orioles are looking for right here. He's also 7th in the league with 39 doubles. 1-2, 1 down. Orioles lead cut to 1. 1-2 delivery gets him. 96 on the strikeout.
Put it in a tough spot too. Rode it up and in. Yeah, Piscotty can't get the barrel of this one. A lot of life on the Givens fastball. And that one shooting up and in. And rising up and in. Nice pitch.
2 down. Semien has faced Givens 3 times. He is 1 for 3. He's also 1 for 3 in the game with a double. Pitches inside. Orioles have not trailed after getting 2 runs in the 1st inning. They've maintained the lead throughout. A run in here in the 8th has cut it back to a 1-run game. 3 on, 2 down, 1-0. In the air, right field, over near the corner. Joey Rickards got room and will put it away. And that's the inning. 1 run and a couple of hits. They will leave the bases loaded. maintain a 4-3 lead. And as I promised my daughter, there's our dog. Wasn't able to make it to Bark Night. That is Bella Noel, a rescue Shih Tzu.
Wow.
A lap dog.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow. What would that dog do to that Shih Tzu? Probably ask him if that fur stuck when I forget. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, a couple good looking dogs right there. And Yuri's Familia now into the ball game. 18 saves. Back end of this bullpen. Very tough. And he is one of those tough arms. Power pitcher. Rush that fastball in the high 90s. A slider to go along with it. And a split finger. Opponent's hitting 218. Righty's a tough time. Just 188. Giving up the 2 home runs this season and a good percentage with that 47 ground ball rate.
So the Orioles right now trying to win a 1-run ball game against the team that has the best 1-run win percentage in all of baseball, 28-12. They would dearly love to add 1 or more here. Orioles bat, bottom half of the 8th inning. Petit worked an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Bullpen still is has given nothing up, and the starter only went 3 1/3 innings. Brett Anderson. 0-1 count. Gibbons with a great job coming on and getting those 2 outs in the 8th inning with the bases loaded. So Castro ends up a run on 3 hits over an inning plus. Paul Fry a third of an inning, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. 0-1 delivery on the way. Familia will get a high strike called, much to the delight of the Orioles shortstop. So Jonathan Villar, base hit, run scored first inning, the 1 for 3. Beckham 2 RBIs, Andreoli and Bellaro with the others. Familia with the 0-2.
Yeah, he's got to go up there and protect now. Second strike, and we've seen some high strikes called, but that one was up and out of the box. They are expanding a little bit. Good numbers, though, 7th inning and on. Could use one of those home runs. Tack on run, make this team feel a little better.
0-2 delivery on the way and a ground ball to second. Lowry up over to Wilson. And 1 away in the 8th inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Boys and Girls Club on hand here at the ballpark. Loving every minute of it and seeing a good game. Crowd of 11,714, 11,714 the announced attendance. Pitch taken by Mancini. Trey's had a base hit, a run scored, a walk, and he is grounded out. 1 down in the 8th. Familia over the top and is going to miss inside with it. 2-0 count. Little breeze still blowing in from center. 2-0 delivery on the way. And that'll be taken. We've talked about Laureano in center. I got to get this in because they talked about it, and I did talk with the skipper about it. The center fielder turns sideways right there until the pitcher gets ready to pitch. So I asked Matt Williams, our third base coach who works with outfielders, how come? He says so he can see what's going to be thrown better. He gets a better view of the hitter and the pitcher. Says he may not know what the pitch that's been called, but he adjusts himself to the hitter, what the count is, what the situation is, and by turning sideways he's got a better angle and he gives himself a chance on where he thinks the ball is going to go. So if he stays in that angle, he thinks it's going to go to left. If he squares up as he's done here, then he's thinking the ball is going to be more directly hit towards him. So that's what he's doing out there. And Matt said I talked to them about that, and He's very comfortable in doing that, and Matt said, hey, if it works for you, go get him.
Right. If it works, as long as you don't over anticipate and lose a step or so, but sure he's mastered it out there.
Young center fielder who's taken over the job. 2 ball, 2 strike count. And that's going to be outside. So the Orioles a chance to get a runner on here on the 3-2 count. Beckham and Jace Peterson due up here in the inning. 3-2. Pitch number 7 will be on the way to Trey Mancini, and he'll take it, and he's gone.
A couple borderline calls here we've seen at the end of this ball game. A little front door piece on the slider, backs up on him. Does it catch that edge? Oh, looks like it's off that inside corner. Call that going Trey's way.
So there are 2 down in the 8th inning. Beckham 2 RBIs in the first. Is flied out, hit into a double play. On a hard line drive, he hit down to third base. His last time up, hauled in by Chapman. Able to double up the runner off at second. 2 down, nobody on. Familia will be outside with it. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up in the top of the 9th inning for Oakland. Checking his lineup card. Givens will be going back out on the mound for the Orioles. 1-0 delivery on the way, and a check swing that he went around on.
Hard slider right there. Gearing up for the fastball. Not an easy fastball either. Seen a couple 97, 98 miles an hour.
Familia 1-1. It'll be scooped up as it hits the dirt. Orioles trying to win the 6-game losing streak here tonight. It is the 8th losing streak of the year of at least 6 games that the Orioles have had. And I was astounded when I looked today that the Orioles have been swept 21 times. Now some of those were 2-game series, but that's a lot. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be a base hit into left field. Good at bat right there as Beckham fought off a couple and gets the single with 2 down to keep the inning alive here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
There you go. The pitch you can handle. This one up in the zone, riding in on the hands. And look at the hands right across the chest to find that barrel. And finding some outfield grass as well for his 2nd knock of the game.
Well, see if the Orioles can take advantage of it. Here's Jace Peterson. He'll be getting his first at bat. Came on as a defensive replacement at third base in the 7th inning. In at third base is Chapman, even with 2 down. And the pitch will be a strike at the knees on the inside corner. Oh, 0-1 Familia. Keeping an eye on Beckham, who does not have a big lead at first. Peterson on a check. Nope. Bill Miller says he did not go around. Peterson with only 2 at bats in this series, 0 for 2. Familia with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. One-run game. Bottom of the 8th inning. Down the line. That ball's hit hard. And it's going to be a fair ball. Beckham got a good jump. He'll make the turn. He's going to come to the plate. He'll score. What a big run. An RBI double in his first at bat in the ball game for Jace Peterson. And the Orioles get that lead back to 2.
A huge hit right there. My goodness.
And our 4th drive of the game.
Jace Peterson staying on it. Saw some good numbers against Familia, and he keeps it going. This one hugging that left field line. And it drops in there. Tim Beckham able to score all the way from first base. See Martini with a little stumble. And that gives Bobby Dickerson the green light to send Beckham. And he gets in there. Nice tack-on run for the O's.
Hurry to your local Ford dealers. Great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. So the Orioles have a 5-3 lead in the ball game as Peterson comes through. Now DJ Stewart will come to the plate as the pinch hitter for Andreoli. Made his major league debut in the ball game last night. Now he gets his first chance at the major league level as a pinch hitter. 2 down. And what a big 2-out RBI that was. Family on hand here to watch him, and glad they stayed for the duration as they'll get a chance to see him. His dad there in the upper seat, back row there on the right. Mom there is doing the applauding, leading the rhythmic applause here for DJ Stewart. He was robbed of a hit by Matt Olson, the first baseman in the ball game last night. He went 0 for 3. Put one right down the line that Olson got. Peterson off second base. 1-0 count. Familia's delivery to him. That'll be hit right there again. This time, though, it's fouled.
Get him out of there in a hurry. Yeah, you said it. He turned to burn last night. Looked like extra bases, and then Olson flagging one down right there. Familiar swing. Getting him out of the kitchen.
Olson way back at first base, trying to guard that line, with Peterson getting a good lead at second. 1-1 delivery. Familia will get a foul ball back over the screen. So Stewart, a 1-ball 2-strike count. Peterson with an enormously important RBI here in this ball game. 28 on the year for him. 1-2. Begun up in the bullpen. He's been up twice. Just in case Familia can't find his way out of this inning. Got the first 2 outs. Beckham fought one off for a base hit. Peterson brought him home. Two and a step off.
Not feeling too good about
No.
this 2-strike pitch.
Try it again. 2-2 delivery on the way and bounced it. Runner stays. So Taylor, the catcher, with a nice stop to hold the runner.
Take a look. I don't know if who stopped 2 here. Look at that. Just tackling it. Doing what you can to keep it in front. He does it.
Taylor coming on late in the ball game to do the catching. Angel Hernandez making sure he's all right. Familia not looking real confident. Taking a long time here to decide what he wants to throw. Stewart 3-2, 2 down. And we'll get him. So just came at him. Strikeout recorded, but a big run on 2 hits. We go to the 9th inning with the Orioles leading at 5-3. West. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by Johns Hopkins Orthopedics. When you have a setback, they set you up for a comeback. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, great ball game. Orioles trying to get the W here. They are up by 2. We go to the 9th inning of the ball game. Givens stays on. Save situation. Martini up, and he will take the pitch for a ball. DJ Stewart goes to right after pinch hitting. Rickert goes from right to left. Andreoli out of the ball game. Martini's had a 3 for 3 and an RBI, double and 2 singles. And he's looking for a walk right here, and the pitch will be taken inside. 6 out of 10 in saves for Givens on the year. And that pitch will be a strike in the inside corner. He tried to make it a ball, lifting the arms up, 2-1.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and Caleb Joseph wanted outside. He had to reach back across, so still able to get that strike call, get back into the count.
2-1 delivery on the way. Oops, 3-1. Givens has never had a save opportunity against Oakland. Trying to preserve the win for the Orioles starter, Dylan Bundy. 3-1 delivery on the way, and walked the leadoff batter. So Martini on all 4 times that he's been to the plate. Only the 3rd walk picked up in the ball game by Oakland. First one off Givens. Now Fowler will come on to pinch hit in the number 9 spot for Taylor, the catcher. Dexter Fowler. Dustin Fowler with a runner at first base. Fowler with a 3 for 10. He's been their leading, one of their leading pinch hitters. That pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 6 home runs, 2 triples, 3 doubles, extra base hits.
Yeah, better be careful.
0-1. Givens delivery to him. Great pitch that tied him up inside.
Yeah, well, strike 1 really the key to that. Now he's got to get in swing mode, and borderline pitch, the second one.
Fowler 0 for his last 7 at the plate. 0-2 foul back. He came up on August 31 from Nashville. Another call up. Twice with a big club this year. Outfielder. Hit .341 in Nashville. 0-2 delivery on the way. And a swing and a miss. Kept it down and in.
Good pitch right there. And just challenging with the fastball. And this one in a tough spot to get to, up and in, and 96 miles an hour. You can tell where he was targeting. Nice group. 4 pitches there. And a good spot.
Now the top of the order against Givens. Laureano. Laureano, a base hit, scored in the 8th inning. He is 1 for 4. He'll take the pitch strike. That moved him off the plate, came right back in. 1 down. Chapman's the on deck batter. Fernando Rodney loosening up just in case. We are in the 9th. In the air, right field, Bermuda Triangle area. Diving! Oh! What a play made on the dive by Valera. A ball that was fair. And would have changed the whole complexion of this game, is hauled in on a diving catch.
What a beautiful play right there, and a beeline to this baseball. I mean, he was flying to get this one, and a great diving effort. And as soon as it sticks in the glove, he's got a double play opportunity. He hits the ground, and he's up throwing to first base. Wow, a great play just to catch it, and then the wherewithal to flip it back into first base. Wow. One of the best plays of the year right there. Adam Jones loving that, and the rest of the dugout as well.
So a tremendous defensive play by Valera, getting the start at second base. And now there are 2 down. That ball, he was the only one who had a chance. As you saw diving, there wasn't anybody else in the picture.
Yeah. Boy, he got there quick.
Here is Matt Chapman, a base hit and 3 strikeouts. Runner at first, 2 down. Runner goes. Pitch outside, they'll let him go. It's that out at the plate that the Orioles are looking for. Be a defensive indifference on the move down. 1-0 delivery on the way. Strike. Chapman 0 for 3 off Givens. 1 ball, 1 strike, delivery on the way, and a ground ball. Should be the ball game. Play it over to first, and that will do it. VR and the ground ball out. A defensive play to save it by Valera. Givens coming on to get the save, and the Orioles end a 6-game losing streak as they win it 5-3 and avoid a season sweep by Oakland.